Welcome back to Super Tuesday Recap. This is your host, Chris and Deepom here, and we are here to talk about the mid-season finale of Arrow Season 6, Episode 9, Irreconcilable Differences. Black Siren and Caden James kidnap Quentin to get their hands on a weapon of mass destruction. I'm with you on now this. At this point, I feel like the synopses are doing this on purpose.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, and it's fine. It worked out because, Siren kidnapping kidnapping Quentin is actually like a side story if you think about it.
I was like, oh yeah, he did kidnap. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Instead, this is really about like the destruction of Teen Arrow. Basically.
Okay, how do you feel about what we before we get into the minutia? How did you feel about the episode?
I get they had to do it. It felt out of character for how we've been going the last season.
You know what it felt like? Again, motherfuckers, really?
Right. It felt like they kind of erased, and it's not that it was bad. So here's the thing. So my thing is when they were doing it, and then Renee comes out and says it was him, that I was kind of upset because I was like, that's kind of a cop out because again, you're treating Curtis, Dinah, and Renee as if they're newbies, but they're not newbies at this point. And it's like they've been through too much to be called newbies. And so I get why it had to be Renee. Like if you look at it narratively and story wise, it had to be Renee.
Yeah.
There was nobody. They couldn't do Diggle. They couldn't do Felicity because they just got them married. So and Dinah was too obvious. Curtis would make no fucking sense.
Yeah, there's nothing Curtis
wants. Right. Renee, on the other hand, had the daughter, so immediately, like before the episode even started, I'm like, it's Renee. It has to be Renee.
The leverage is right in front of you.
Right. And so, and I think that's the problem I had with it. It's like, they've been doing so well. Like, this is probably my least favorite episode out of the last 2 years.
I'm glad we're hearing this. Okay, good.
Because and again, it feels like they know that, and it's like, we had to do it this way. We had to offer some kind of pushback. And like, what made me realize that they knew that this was probably not the most ideal thing is when Oliver had a conversation with Thea. Because when Oliver had a conversation with Thea, you can basically see them trying to put in yeah, we know this is not, we've been kind of going down this path, but at least Oliver's trying to see it from Renee's point of view, which is not something he would do before. It just felt like they needed a way to break the team up, and to me, I don't know. I wasn't too thrilled with this. I think
no, because it feels like we've done this with Team Arrow before, but it felt more organic.
Well, they brought it up with Evelyn Sharp. They brought up Evelyn, and it's like, oh, it's like Evelyn again. I'm like, well, at least with Evelyn
Sharp. Remember, I think it was season 2 with Demir Kuru when he leaves the team and it goes to his backup bunker.
Yeah,
we've ended seasons with Team Arrow splintered. I think at least twice.
Yeah, it's just
we do it in the middle of the season. It feels disingenuous unless this is a larger plan by Ollie to trick everyone who's watching them.
Yeah, which I didn't get that sense.
I don't think that's what it is, and it feels like for the first time we're retreading ground. And I get you could say that the villain is different because it's less a single villain, more like a conglomerate, and we can have that debate.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also a conglomerate we all mostly met this last season and a half, and have no real attachment to. So I don't know. It feels like we're trying to play Arrow's greatest hits, and somebody missed a note.
It's and to be fair, the last season and a half has kind of been them kind of retreading some of the themes of previous seasons, but they've done it in new ways with a new Oliver.
It's like a fresh angle on it, and
right.
Oliver can't trust you. Backfiring is an angle we've seen repeatedly.
Exactly, and it's overused. Like his like for everything else we've been through with Oliver. Like, you know what it made sense to me? What it made sense to me is Oliver was like, "No, I trust the team." If Oliver didn't believe, and if it was say Diggle or Felicity that went behind his back and did this and surveilled the other team,
more like this season.
That would have fit more in there. But the fact that it was Oliver coming back, it's like, no, wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. That's not Oliver. That's not what he's been about.
It's not Oliver anymore.
It's not Oliver anymore, and so it doesn't make any sense. Like, and that's the thing. Like Oliver leading the charge in this one felt off because first of all, the last 3-4 episodes he hasn't been in charge of the team. So already there, you're like, wait a minute, Oliver, you're not. I mean, you're in the suit right now as a placeholder for Diggle, apparently. So you're not really supposed to be out there doing this anyway. You're not. It's not your team to lead anyway. It should have. So if Diggle had made this call, that would have fit so much more in line with what was going on in the season because Diggle's been making the calls since. And so, and I think that's what the problem with this episode is. They went back to Oliver being the untrusting person, and that's not him. You know,
he hasn't been for a while,
right? And so, I think that's what throws it. And when you remove that piece, like I understand the other aspects of it. Like everything else works for me, but that it being Oliver being the one doesn't, because like you say, like we've been here before. Like Anatoly at the end goes, "See, I told you guys." Oliver always goes back to turning those that get close to him. I'm like, yeah, but that hasn't been him the last.
That was the whole point of the last couple seasons, was to grow out of that shit.
Right. And so, yeah, and then even then when he like, I was even able to be like, okay, when he brings Renee back in and says, no, bring the whole team in. And when Renee and Curtis leave, but they go to find Quentin, and Oliver still gets upset and be like, no, you still broke my trust. Like, they found Quentin. They left, but they went to go do their job. They went to go find Quentin. You and Canary didn't really need backup. Sorry, you didn't. Like, the whole purpose of going out there was to find Quentin. They found Quentin. So
mission accomplished.
Right. So I don't understand. Like, so then when he goes back and like, no, you're off the team now, because I'm sorry. It felt out of character. Like, it felt like
it's part of a plan.
Yeah. Well, so I said that it didn't. I didn't think so. The only thing that gives me pause on that is when Oliver asked, like, how did they know that we had tampered with the device? They then cut to he walks off, and then they cut to Kate and James and then watching them with the place bugged. The only thing I can figure is maybe Oliver has figured it out, like you said, and is keeping it to himself and not telling. But again, it's like I'm not getting.
Told him outside the Arrow cave. Said we got to put on the show.
Right. Which maybe if they do that, great. But I didn't get that feeling.
I really appreciate that. Now I'm mad when it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad when it doesn't happen either, because it's like that's what threw me off about this episode. I'm okay.
Well, it's not even just that. You know what also it is? And I mentioned this lightly earlier. I feel no connection to these bad guys.
Well, So outside of Anatoly,
if Caden James was Damien Dark, if you just had one person who I remembered, bring back whoever played Isabel Rochev, Ravager.
Oh yeah, she died though, didn't she?
Do something like.
Well, you can bring her back.
Like connect me, because I have no ties. Caden James, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, it's Caden James, the nameless dude beside him, who was like his.
That's Diaz Dragon.
No, not the dude. Oh yeah, the dragon. And then there's what's his name who was given what's his name, the drugs.
Dragon was doing the drugs.
Oh no, so there's another dude. There was the other dude that was beside Caden James. Who that's right. I don't even know his fucking name. Like I gotta see if I can find it. Yeah, because Kirk Aceveda is Richard Dragon. There's another dude who was beside
Oh, you're right.
Right. We've never really gotten who that guy is. So he's standing there and he's talking. I'm like, who the fuck is the new guy? And I mean, he's not new, but like, who the fuck is this dude? You're right.
I'm saying you, man, they just didn't do a very good job of highlighting some of these villains.
Yeah, no, they haven't. You know, and then like
Michael Emerson should be better at this than he's not working for me.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of him.
Yeah. I'm not either. Like, this is like the Vigilante, like when they put Vigilante in there, like they put all these guys, and I'm like, it feels like this is not, you know what it's not like? It's not like last season, like A Legend of Tomorrow, when they got the Legion of Doom together. You're like, oh, yeah, this is, Damien Dark, Malcolm Merlin, and Eobard Thawne. Oh, I don't know about this. Like, guys, you're in some deep trouble. This season of Legend of Tomorrow, we haven't even seen Mullis, but we know we have Coesa, we got fucking Damien Dark, we have his daughter, Eleanor, and then you got fucking Gorilla Grodd running around somewhere. I'm fucking terrified of them. Like, I haven't even seen all of them together at one place. I'm fucking terrified of them. But with this group, you're just like, they just feel like a bunch of assholes that came together, you know, and to be assholes.
Not even assholes, just like, oh yeah, I kind of remember you.
Yeah.
You didn't leave any marks. Like, Vigilante, this is, it's weird because Katie Cassidy as Evil Laurel's cool, and that's probably the one that I feel the most connection with because, you know, obviously you got the putting Quentin Lance through the ringer, but like the rest of these villains really.
But that's the other thing too. So when we have with Black Siren, we kind of already see that she's not gonna really be.
She's already folding.
Right, she's already folding, and we've seen that. Like, that's one thing I really like this episode. I like seeing going back to the idea of playing on the Quentin and Laurel thing that we kind of hinted at last season. I really enjoyed that because, like, we haven't really got them in the room together, really talking about what's going on. So when they had that conversation about him going out to get her birthday cake, and when you find out what happened to her father on Earth 2, you're like, damn. And you can see that bond there. And when she leans over to and whispers in his ear to run and lets him go, it's like, okay, yeah, she's gone. Like, she's not. So when you have that final, so that's what too. So when you had that final scene with the team, the evil team coming together, and Black Siren is there, I'm like, oh, she's already out.
Toothless.
She's already not one of them.
Like, oh, y'all didn't get the memo.
Right. She let him go. It's like, come on, like that. She's out. We don't have to worry about
this life.
Right. You had when you put in Vigilante, then I really don't like that. Like, I'm really not feeling that one right there, because for everything we know about Vigilante so far, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
he's so inconsistent.
Because it's like, if his whole
thing. Never kill an innocent. What about those innocents? Collateral damage. Wait a second.
So beyond that, even beyond the collateral damage thing, which was like, you literally just like,
it's only because he claimed he didn't kill innocent, and she gave him an example. He's like, well, those innocents. Like, wait a second, like,
it's like, oh no, cops don't count.
Yeah, what?
No. So the thing that kills me about Vigilante is, okay, all right, fine. I'll give you your collateral damage thing. It's bullshit, right? I can live with that. What I can't live with you is you literally joining a criminal organization. Like,
that's also true. Yeah, you know what? That's the point I hadn't even thought of.
That was the bigger thing to me. It was like, okay, I can get, because again, he's a vigilante, and I can understand with his mindset him having collateral damage. And that being a problem. You're right. It's wrong, and that's why. But here's the thing: that's what separates him from Oliver, right? That's what was separating him from Oliver in last season. It's like Vigilante he wasn't doing his due diligence. So if he was going after somebody he thought was a criminal, he was going to kill the damn councilwoman. Like, it's like he didn't have any morals in that sense, but he still had a moral code of he's going after criminals. Like, that was his whole thing. So then you join literally a drug dealer and a hacker who is trying to destroy everything in the city. And, oh, by the way, also Anatoly, who is a Russian back. What the fuck, man? Like, that makes no goddamn
sense. All those points are very well made. Like, I have no counter.
Like, it's like that's what did it for me. Like, I like the idea of there being like this team, and I even like the idea of the team having this evil team having kind of counterparts that have connections to Team Arrow. I like that. I think that works out really well for the personal story. What I don't like, though, is that some of these people don't make any fucking sense. Like, it doesn't make sense for Vigilante to be there. You haven't given me a reason to believe that. Like, here's the thing: I thought the Vigilante story was interesting. I like the Vigilante thing between Vince and Dinah. That makes sense to me. What does not make sense to me is him joining the evil team. That makes no sense to me. I don't know who the other guy is with Kate. I know they've given him a name, but he has no connection to me for anything else like that. Richard Dragon, that makes sense. I get that. That's fine. And it totally makes sense. And Kate and James make sense. Those three make sense. The rest of the team, though, I'm like,
But Caden James makes sense because they made him make sense.
Right. I'm not.
Caden James is super forced.
Yeah. True on that one. So I don't.
And if you want to be real about it, Caden James is Felicity's fault.
Right. All Felicity's fault.
100% Felicity. Like all these villains, real talk, are not Oliver's fault except for Anatoly.
Yeah. And Anatoly's just mad because he cut him off. So
yeah.
So like I said, it's gonna be really interesting. I will say the one thing now with this entire team now knowing who Oliver is and who Team Arrow is, do we end up with, because right now we're in this interesting thing where both Arrow and Flash are having their heroes under investigation and going to trial. Do we end with everybody's identities out?
I think we're closer to it on Ollie because we've teased this exact thing. Like, is this Oliver's identity coming out? We've done that like 4 or 5 times.
Right. And I feel like at this point you might just have to do it. You might just have to go and do it. Because like I don't know. At this point I don't know how you get around it. It's too many people know. And it's actually easy to figure it out. You know? So I don't know what you do on this one. So yeah, we'll see. It's good to have Speedy back, even though she's not full powered and she's not able to kick ass like she used to.
But Speedy party at the party with William was dope.
Yeah, no, it was great. I like how she made a mention that she was hoping Roy would be there, and I kind of want Roy to be there too. So
I did too.
Yeah, we miss, like, it doesn't make any sense because he's still technically broke from jail and should be dead and stuff like that. But like, I'm glad they at least made a mention of it.
We need one random parkour flip for no reason.
Yeah, I'm just saying, somebody needs to do one. Just come out.
Just let us know y'all remember. Like, like what if Ollie hit a random flip? Like that was for Roy.
No, you know. Now I'm thinking about it. Going back to the Chrysler Earth X when he showed up late after Supergirl and Flash were there. If he had got off his bike and then put 2 feet on the ground, then did a parkour flip, that was for Roy. That would have been awesome. That would have been perfect. So, oh man. But no, I like seeing Speedy back. I like having Thea back, you know, and again, I like them giving her a reason why she's not in the field because she's not up to that task, which makes sense because last time we saw her, she was in a coma and she was literally wheeling around her wheelchair, so it makes sense that she would not be ready to go back in the field. Or
can I ask a serious question?
Yeah.
Are we just cool with Felicity's dad now?
Yeah. So I thought about that too.
Like, I get it. He had a moment, but like, this guy was an asshole.
Not saying an asshole. I'm pretty sure he's a criminal.
Oh, he's a supervillain.
He's a supervillain, and so he's at this wedding, and I'm like, so
just chilling, just as normal
for the mayor. Like, okay, you know, I had nothing. I got nothing on that one. I saw that too, and I was like, doesn't kind of, I don't know, man. Like, this episode felt like normally, and I know people sometimes people don't agree with me, but I think it's people who don't actually really watch Arrow. I feel like the last 2 seasons have really been really tight, and they've been able to catch things like this. This episode did not feel that way. It felt like they let a lot of things that normally wouldn't slide. It felt very loose, and it feels like they didn't really think some things out. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting that from Arrow. Usually Arrow goes into the breaks pretty good, and this one was it's kind of all over the place.
Honestly, I think if I hadn't seen this exact decision made by the Arrow team before, it would have been a good break.
Yeah, the only thing
I can't ignore the fact that I've seen it.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from this. Because you need to bounce back, but you need to do it in a way that does not feel like what they've done everything else before. So, like, here's the thing too,
a hard line to walk.
Like, for instance, like, okay, I understand why Renee had to get cut because he did. I mean, Renee had to go. Like, that makes sense.
You pitched.
Yeah, the Dinah thing. I'm like, you guys, like, and especially Diggle. I'm like, you guys, you're ruining.
Honestly, I was real okay with cutting Dinah.
Really?
This motherfucker took multiple shots at our faces. Like he has tried to kill us.
Yeah. I like, but even with Diggle, like being like, oh well, no. I mean, I know you had my secret and stuff like that, had my back, but I'm gonna be an asshole. Like that was like, come
People
on, man.
couldn't let on that they were sleeping together. That was just something.
I was like, come on, man. That was some bullshit. And then like
trying to keep it secret.
and here's the thing, Curtis. Get the fuck over it. I'm sorry, but the Curtis one is the one that I was just like, are you seriously mad?
If Curtis has been like on some real, I'm a little scared and I don't want to be the only one else out there.
Right.
I'm like, Curtis is real then.
Right, Curtis, you guys spy on the rest of the fucking city every fucking night. What are you talking?
The best was, I'm still about that work. We're still gonna get this job taken care of, but I'm just not doing this shit anymore.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I would even be okay if and again, this goes back to how you can easily fix this episode with some small writing decisions. Instead of having Curtis being really upset about the surveillance, have Curtis go, listen, I realize I am not in the right headspace because I miss Paul. I think I ruined my life, and
I'm risking my life being out there. Yeah,
and I lost. I'm see you guys, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you and Oliver found your happiness, but I let my happiness go to be a part of this team, and my heart isn't in it anymore. That right there fixes the like. I'm like, oh, I totally understand why Curtis goes, but Curtis going, oh, you guys had me under surveillance, and that's just not trust. It's like, motherfucker, if you don't suck that shit up, come on. Like, that was fucking stupid. Like, I didn't buy that one at all. But he had a ready answer. Like, the only one that actually had a legit answer was Renee, actually. And I'm like, no, like, as fucked up as it was, I was like, oh no, I think kind of Renee did the right thing. Like, Renee picked his daughter over the team. Sorry. Like,
it's not like Renee was stopping. He's still out there.
And the thing about it is, the thing I like about it is, Renee didn't really apologize for it at all. And I was like, you know what? That's why. That's why I fuck with Renee. Like, Renee was the only one that I was like, no. He was like, all right, cool, peace. I'm out. I'm all right. I'm cool. Mm-hmm.
I knew what I did when I did it.
Mm-hmm. Like, they had me dead or right. They knew I was a wild dog. And you're right. I should have come to you guys, but listen, there's nothing we could do about it. There's nothing
I played it the way I played it.
Yeah, there's no way to get around it. They know, and you know what the thing about it is, and it's so weird that this episode did it without even having Agent Watson in it. They did a better job of explaining what Agent Watson's case is and what Agent Watson has than when we actually had Agent Watson.
More credible.
Right, they made her feel more credible without even having her on the fucking episode, which is just, you got to fix that writing, guys. Because it's like, yeah, because the whole time thing we're going like, she knows. She knows she has all the information. It's so fucking blatantly obvious. How does everybody not know who the team is? She's like, oh no, she does know. She was just trying to figure out the weak link so she could actually get one of them to flip. And she found Renee. Renee's soft spot was his daughter. Makes sense. Like, here's the thing. I thought it was either gonna be Renee or fucking Quentin. You know, or maybe right. You know, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, man. So I don't know. It was a kind of a weird one for me. Like again, don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad, but it just felt like we've been here before. We've done this before.
So complete.
Right. So when we come back, they're gonna have to figure out a way to. Because the entire time I've been waiting for Oliver to backslide, and he hasn't. And now this feels like a huge step back for the character of Oliver.
It felt like a backslide out of nowhere.
Right. It really came out of nowhere. You know? Came out of nowhere. So, like, there was at one point when Felicity or Diggle, one of them suggested, like, let's just confront the team. Confront the team. And Oliver was like, no, they won't stay. I'm like, well, I mean, you could try. Try that first.
That's pretty good. Like,
that would
ideas.
That would have you know what? That would have felt more in line with what Oliver's been like this entire season and a half. So yeah, to confront the team. Here's the thing: you could confront the team, and let's say they lied then. So let's say you confront the team, and let's say all of them denied it then. Then when Oliver goes,
now we go into surveillance.
Now we go into surveillance. That makes sense because you know what? one of the team, somebody lied. We had to do this. That makes sense. Then that fits. It doesn't compromise the character of Oliver. It fits into what's been going on, and it makes everything more smooth. And it makes it feel like things. You go to yourself going, Oliver did try to do something different this time. He did try. He tried trust first. He tried to be a trusting person first, and was lied to. He had to go back and do this. You know. So I don't know. I think whoever wrote this, I think they compromise on Oliver's on who Oliver is on that one. So yeah, it kind of sucks because
Had a good season.
It's been, other than this, has been a good season. So I don't know. It just felt this episode felt out of place.
Disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing. It felt out of place. It really felt out of place. So, you got anything else you want to say about this episode?
I think I mentioned calculator being there for no good goddamn reason. Quentin Lance again. Paul Blackthorne, he's doing a really good job with torturing this poor character with his daughter being back again. So, I guess I just noted his performance was really good this week.
Yeah, I really like the, and I want to see more of the Quentin Lance Black Siren thing. I think that's an interesting storyline there that I'm glad they brought, because for a while they weren't going to bring that back, but when him and her talked and they were talking about that birthday cake, I was like, yeah, she's not killing him. Yeah, that's not happening. She's gone. She's no.
Or if they do have her kill him, it'll be a bigger moment.
Right. Which, oh damn, that would actually be.
Yeah, now that you've teased it, go ahead and now have her kill him.
Whisper in her ears, "You're not my dad."
Well, yeah, you never were my father, and then that's how you set up a big bad for next season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jeez. You wanna see how you elevate somebody? That's how you make them elevate. Wow.
Right. Oh man, yeah. That would be good. I can definitely see that. Evil Laura as a big bad for next season. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. So.
But then have her play Laurel in the public, a Laurel who came back from the dead.
Yeah. Oh, also, and here's the other thing too. I like the aspect of Quentin kind of filling the father role for both Thea and Oliver. Like when he gave Oliver the watch, because something we kind of mentioned. I can't remember if it was season 4, season 5, last season. I think it might have been last season. We were like, "Yo, they have Quentin and Oliver have these father-son talks, and they've been having them, and for seasons now." So him giving Oliver his father's watch and stuff like that was a good moment, because again, you've seen these characters kind of grow and become close. And when you think back to season 1, Quentin hated Oliver.
Also, all Oliver wanted was Quentin's approval.
Exactly. So that was a good one. And then also seeing Quentin and Thea together, and him taking her home and things like that, because again, we saw that relationship also develop last season, and so it was good to see. It was good to see those moments, those small moments here that fit with some character stuff we've seen before. So, but yeah, folks, I think that is it for Arrow, the midseason finale. Like I said, you can email us mtrailerreviews@mtrnetwork.net, or you email us at the mailbag at mtrnetwork.net, and we'll bring it up on the mailbag, your thoughts and questions on this season so far. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music. Super Tuesday recap. Leave us a 5-star review. We'll read it on air. I don't think we got any new 5-star reviews. If we did, we'll read them on the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Review. I know we got some emails for Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, so we'll be talking about that. So follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/MTR Network. And you can also find us on Instagram and also on Facebook. It's just MTR Network. So again, folks, thank you guys very much for listening. And we will be back with Arrow, I believe, was it like January 18th or something like that? Something weird. Oh, you know what? Something we can talk about real quick. So they announced the schedule for next year, what's happening with Legend of Tomorrow and stuff like that. Legend of Tomorrow is moving to Monday, so they're going to bring back Supergirl. Supergirl will go on break, and then I think Legend of Tomorrow will come in for a little bit, and then Supergirl will go back on break. It's some weird kind of structure they're doing there. So our reviews are going to – I don't think our review schedule will change a little bit. But we'll still be putting them out regularly that way. It's just Legend of Tomorrow moves to Mondays now, and Flash is all by itself on Tuesdays. So, yeah. So stay tuned, and we will be back in January. So thank you guys very much for listening. Peace.